Hey guys, it's Kevin, and this is going to be a bit of an announcement video. So, as you all already know, back in February, I made the announcement that I was going to stop doing weekly TV reviews. I was going to review the season, and that is what I have been doing ever since then. I have been reviewing only the season. And that's what I've been doing pretty much ever since. I've been reviewing everything, as a season, and it's been going pretty good so far. I've been able to watch TV a little bit more sporadically than I have, but I haven't felt as much pressure to watch this show every single week or watch every episode. If I get behind, I can always binge it. Like, I've had that mindset, and that's something that I have overall been enjoying. However, I do know a lot of you very much do miss those weekly reviews. They were a staple of my channel for 7 years, and for me to just abruptly cut them off, yeah, I can understand why that may be jarring for a lot of you guys, especially when I notice that the majority of the videos that I actually get comments on from you guys are videos I did years ago of TV episodes, and yeah, so I do actually want to start possibly going back into that again. I do want to start reviewing some shows on a weekly basis. Now, I do want to clarify, this does not at all mean that I'm going to review every single show that I watch on a weekly basis. There's just no way that's going to happen, and I'll tell you why right now, because that's just not going to happen realistically. And that's one of the reasons why I actually stopped reviewing TV shows weekly when I did, because I just felt like I wasn't really giving you guys, what you deserved. There were so many times where I promised I'm going to review every single episode of the show, and either I'd stop watching it, I'd watch the rest of the season, and it was just very dishonest, and that's really one of my biggest things. I want to be honest with you guys. I feel like it was honestly kind of rude of me to be like, oh, I'm going to review every single episode of the show, and then backtrack and be like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll just review the season. So for that reason alone, there's only a certain amount of shows that are coming out that I will, in fact, be reviewing on a weekly basis. I want to start doing it in smaller doses. Maybe start, progressively doing more. But for now, I only really do have a few shows in mind. Now, the big one right off the bat, and this is one that I've wanted to review for a while. I don't know, just recently I've had the, I've had the urge to go back to them again, and that's for American Horror Story Apocalypse. I, at first, was going to wait until the season was over, but this is by far the biggest season American Horror Story's ever done, and I really want to talk about it. I want to talk about the season so far. I want to review almost every single episode, and I won't be alone for this first video, because my good friend Jackson Fulcher has also been watching the show, and after every single episode, we've been theorizing and talking about it, so I'm most likely going to be doing a live stream with him on the first 5 episodes of the season. From there, I will be reviewing every episode, except for the finale. He'll be with me for that one, but the rest of them I will be alone, but that is the big one. I definitely do plan on reviewing that show. The other big one, this is one that I did years ago, and, we did it once, and then I just kind of did them on my own, and that's Doctor Who. If you guys remember, when I first reviewed Doctor Who, I reviewed them with everyone's favorite Auburn Wanderer, and we kind of stopped just because I got lazy, and I fell behind, and I started reviewing them on my own, but this really gives me the motivation to do it again. This was something that Caden actually brought to my attention. Honestly, I would be down for it. So we will be reviewing every single episode of the new series of Doctor Who, so definitely look forward to that one. When Outlander comes back, I'm going to review every single episode of that one. There's a show on HBO called My Brilliant Friend that I'm going to be watching. The Romanovs on Amazon, I really do want to review almost every single episode of. There's a show on Hulu called Into the Dark, so there is a lot of stuff that I do plan on reviewing for you guys. It's just not going to be as much. It's going to be, an amount that is sustainable. It's going to be an amount that I can actually stick to, and not, like I said, just keep breaking promises every 5 seconds, because I very much did that with TV reviews, and I just don't want to really do that anymore. I want to be honest with you guys and say, okay, when I say I'm going to review something, I'm going to fucking review it, and again, not just go back on what I said. And then, of course, there is one that I haven't actually done at all. I reviewed the season for every single season of this show, but I've never reviewed it weekly. But I feel like since the final season, I really want to do that. And that is, I will be reviewing every single episode of the 4th season of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I know you're like, what the hell, Kevin? You reviewed the first 3 seasons on their own. To be honest, I have not been a big fan of those reviews. I don't really feel like I've covered them as you know, as in-depth as I possibly could. I don't think I've said enough as I possibly could, and considering how much I love that show, I feel like that show deserves more than just a seasonal review. Considering this is the last season, I think this is the perfect time for me to review every single episode of that show, so definitely look forward to that one. It's one of my favorites on TV. Not enough people watch it, and I do hope you guys check that one out. But yeah, that's really kind of it, guys. Like I said, I don't really want to be spreading myself too wide, but I also don't want to be spreading myself too thin. I want to give you guys just enough, but also an amount that is sustainable, an amount that I can, in fact, you know, stay true to you guys on, and that's really my main goal here. I'm excited to get back into these TV reviews. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you do watch them. I really do appreciate that. If there's any other shows you guys want me to review, I will review them on 2 conditions. 1, I'm not reviewing any Netflix shows weekly because I'll always be behind. Most people have already finished the season, and I've noticed most times when I review a show on Netflix, people really care the first week, and then they just kind of they leave because no one cares about the show after like 2 weeks when the hype has died down. So there's no way I'm going to do that. So like The Haunting of Hill House and Daredevil, those will be the full season. Like there's no way I'm reviewing every episode of that. And I also refuse, and this is like, there's like no way I will do this. I will not review any show that has over 22 episodes long a season. There's just, it's too many to keep up with. There's too many episodes going on in general. It's very easy for me to fall behind. So like The Flash and Supergirl, I'm trying to catch up on those. I will definitely watch them this season. Don't you worry. I will definitely watch them. But it's just a lot to keep up with, and I don't think I am going to stick with them if I continue to do that. But either way, guys, really it for this video. Let me know what shows you guys are excited for me to get back into. Any other shows, I am fine for, you know, you guys can recommend. I'm definitely down for any suggestions. I also plan on reviewing Watchmen whenever that comes out. So obviously I'm going to be reviewing that because Damon Lindelof, I mean, that's a no-brainer right there. But that's really it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in my next video, and we'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.